Hey 143 fam, I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the bell for notifications. If you would like to be considered for a free reading this month, make sure you subscribe, leave me a comment below your video, and I will alert winners at the very end of the month. If you would like to double your chances to win, make sure you follow me on Instagram as well at UrbanSoulGuru. All of my contact information, website, Instagram is in the box below. Now let's take a look at love and see what's in store for the rest of the month. Hey Cancer, this reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising in Love, August 15th through the end of the month. Cancer in Love, August 15th through the end of the month. Cancer in Love, August 15th through the end of the month. Okay, Cancer. I'm feeling like reconciliation, if you want it, is pretty close. Over the next 2 weeks, over the next 4 weeks, maybe max. It feels like you're stepping into a window of time that if you do want to reconcile with somebody, you will bring that full circle. Okay, so let's get a little bit more clarity on this. Cancer in Love, August 15th through the end of the month. If you are not interested in a reconciliation, keep an open mind to love. Keep an open mind to a partner in love that may not be your type. This comes through very strong for you, Cancer. Somebody's a really great match, even if on paper they don't seem like they would be a really great match. So keep your mind open if you are interested in attracting new love. But a bigger message I'm getting here is this. It feels like two parties being open-minded to a reconciliation. You may not have been. It feels like for some of you, you really were not willing to entertain a reconciliation a few weeks ago, but you may be now. You may also feel the same about a partner. A partner may have told you they're not interested. Don't be surprised if somebody shows back up wanting to reconcile now. Very much with an open mind. Very much with an open mind, okay? It does feel like for some of you, for the reconciliation to come full circle, you may have to wait until September. But this energy shows up, and the conversations feel like they show up over the next 2 weeks. Even for you, if you are resistant, you may find over the next couple of weeks, your feelings show up clear as day that you really do want to get back together with somebody. Okay, this just flew. Let me grab this for you, Cancer. Okay, Cancer, retreat is the card that flew. It feels like for those of you who dealt with a partner who retreated from you without warning and they created a little bit of distance, those are the partners I feel like come back the strongest. Somebody just needed some space. You both may have consciously chosen to take some space from one another. It does feel like you want to get back together now. Really not just open-minded, but it's like all that you're thinking of. It's all that a partner's thinking of. Okay, but the retreat was necessary. It feels like somebody was just really overwhelmed. Maybe overwhelmed with the feelings they had for you. This could be you too, Cancer. You may have felt overwhelmed with a new partner, that it moves a little too quickly for you. You may be surprised at how much depth you have, how much love you already have for a partner. I just feel somebody getting really overwhelmed and sort of abruptly creating space. That feels like it will get resolved over the next 2 weeks for sure. If you're in a committed relationship, it feels like somebody may be working a little too hard. You should be retreating together. If you can travel together, do it. This doesn't feel like a glamorous vacation. This feels like a cabin in the woods. This feels like a lake instead of the ocean. This just feels like something a little more humble, a little bit more connected to Mother Earth, but also privacy. It feels like for those of you who are in committed relationships, you're really craving privacy right now, and the ability to connect with more depth without interruptions and distractions. If you're having a hard time with the partner, honestly, Cancer, for those of you in committed relationships, I'm not getting too much conflict there. It does feel like somebody may be having an issue because either you're distracted or you may be having an issue because they are always distracted. This retreat speaks to quality time, but also quality time away. An expression of love. I really think someone's coming back for you, Cancer, expressing their love to you, expressing their desire to get back together. Prepare for this, okay? If it's something that you want, The option is really showing up for you very strongly. Keep an open mind, okay? Is being clarified by getting to know each other. This comes through as new love all of the time. So again, for those of you absolutely not willing to reconcile, keep an open mind against a new love, somebody who is not your type. You will have conversation effortlessly and there will be depth. That should be enough to get your attention. They're going to feel different, but they're not going to come across as your type. This is good. This is so good. Try not to resist people who are unlike exes, people who feel like they're from a different world than you. There's a lot of growth in this. There's a lot of growth. For some of you, you may be dating somebody and they may be a little too different. There may be a lack of chemistry here. So I'm feeling for some of you, you may go on a few dates with somebody and then it kind of fizzles after that. But it feels equally as important as a partner who will stick around for a long time. You learn something from this person. There's something about their difference, a kind of conversation that you have. It manifests more depth than you're used to in relationships you've had in the past, okay? Please keep an open mind. Keep an open mind to conversations too. This just came up for Scorpio, so you may have some Scorpio crossover here. Keep an open mind to conversations in places you wouldn't normally be open to having conversations in. Like, for example, you're waiting in line to check out at a store and you may be in a super rush and you're just not somebody to just start chatting, you know, the person in front of you or the person behind you up. Be open to those kinds of conversations. It feels like someone is going to be put in your path that you were meant to talk to at this time. There's just a piece of information, wisdom, and opens your eyes to something. You align with their energy. This also applies to those of you in committed relationships. This may be a friend. This may be a friend that's put in your path. Or it could be like a one-off conversation, but something really important comes through, a piece of information you take back to your life, back to your partnership, back to work. It just feels like somebody's coming through who's pretty important. Not everybody will stay. Not everybody is meant to stay, but there's definitely longevity here for most of you. Look at this. Retreat, again, center of the reading is being clarified by Soulmate. This is why I feel like this person comes back. They get that clarity. Whatever made you feel overwhelmed or a partner feel overwhelmed, that caused a retreat and any kind of distance, okay? It also gave them the clarity to realize that you are a soulmate. This is a high-level soulmate partnership. You may get this clarity, and over the next 2 weeks, this is why now you're more open to a reconciliation, whereas in the past, over the last couple of weeks, you are absolutely not willing to entertain that. Don't be surprised if this shift comes up. For those of you in committed relationships, you know this is your soulmate. You know this is a high-level soulmate for you. Somebody's feeling some sort of distraction or distance. Resolve that. Resolve that over the next couple of weeks. It feels like you'll have the time and the ability to do that. This does not require a huge getaway or an expensive getaway. It really feels humble. This honestly could be like one night, like an overnighter or like a weekend trip. That feels like all you need, but it does feel like you need to reconnect here. For those of you in long-term committed relationships, I'm definitely feeling some distance, but it's not because anything at the core is wrong. It just feels like a distraction. It feels like a work distraction. It could be distractions because of family. Try to resolve that because somebody's definitely feeling a disconnect. Express your love is being clarified by stay optimistic. I'm going to put this out there for you, Cancer, because it comes through strong enough. It's really important to be exercising healthy affirmations, but healthy affirmations around love with gratitude. Wake up in the morning, say to universe every day without fail, universe, I'm so grateful for my high-level love, my most compatible partner, the most joy, the most chemistry, whatever it is that you want to call in. Universe, I'm so grateful that this person has come all the way in and has brought so much joy and has completely lit my life up from the inside out. I am so full of joy. Those are the conversations you're going to want to be having with the universe, okay? So you're expressing your love to the universe about the kind of partner you want to call in, but you're speaking about it with optimism and gratitude as though they have already arrived. This is really powerful. It's a very powerful exercise, but you do have to do this on a regular basis for like a couple of months, but it does shift the energy. For others of you, stay optimistic, okay? It does feel like somebody's coming back and they will express their love to you. It doesn't feel like love lost here. If anything, they will just have more clarity as to how deep their love actually goes for you. And you may be going through this process too. If you're single, don't be surprised if somebody shows up, somebody who's different than you, but you feel the soulmate connection, okay? Also, if you're traveling, you may be calling in the soulmate. Someone expresses love to you pretty quickly, but you have to stay positive. Have those conversations out there with the universe. Keep them positive. The conversations you're having around love with friends or with family members, make sure you consciously keep those conversations positive, or that the negative comments will work against you, okay? That comes through particularly strong. Grounding your reading is trust. Trust in your process. Trust where you're at. Trust that you can call in a new partner, even if they're a little different. You call in somebody with depth, okay? Trust in your soulmate partnerships. Trust in that bond. Trust that you can work through things if you're going through an issue. Trust that the soulmates that are of the highest good to come back will come back. Trust in what your intuition is telling you. If you're feeling like, no, that just doesn't seem like a good situation, and they try to come back into your life, and X tries to show back up, trust that you're meant to stay broken up, okay? But if you're feeling like, wow, I'm so in love with this person, our love is intact, the spiritual connection is still intact, trust that over the next couple of weeks, you'll probably have a breakthrough, okay? Whether they come full circle or not over the next 2 weeks, or the conversation itself comes full circle before it fully manifests, okay? Trust it. Trust what your intuition is telling you. Bottom of the deck, release your ex. It does feel like some of you are releasing and you're not interested in the reconciliation. You're moving forward. It's okay. Spend some time alone to release your ex, okay? Because this retreat could also be a retreat for yourself to cleanse energy so that you can call the soulmate partner all the way back in. For some of you, I'm feeling like this retreat allows you and an ex, or you and a partner you're dealing with the separation from, to cleanse energy. So it's not necessarily about releasing them. It's about releasing negative energy, staying optimistic, okay? So that you can reconcile at this time if you guys both want that. Okay, Cancer, I will be back September 1st for your full month of September reading. If you feel like you need more clarity, in the meantime, reach out to me. I'm available for private readings, for energy healing. In the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, light, gratitude. I will see you back here soon. Ciao.